Welcome back to the Kindred Kinfolk podcast. It's your favorite cousin, Tiara D.
And it's her favorite cousin, Kaylin.
And it's her favorite cousin, Quay.
Well, we do have a guest in the building with us today, coming in from Florida with the liquor in hand, the insightful, incredibly talented, and fellow brother Sagittarian. We got Mr. Victor Jones in the building, coming from the Liquor Talk podcast. How's it going, Victor?
How's it going, ladies? It's going great.
Awesome.
Hello.
Cool.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, so what's that weather looking like in Florida?
It's cold. I'll tell y'all that. It then got cold. Like I'm up north. I'm like, are you serious?
When you say cold, what are we talking? Because we'll be talking.
It got down to like the 30s last night.
Chat, you want to trade? Listen, we're sitting in the 20s down up here. Yeah.
I've seen some places where it didn't snowed. I'm like, okay, at least it didn't snow.
Yeah, it's snowing now. We got snow and sleet coming down. Absolutely. And Caitlin is the same. She's sitting over there in some 40-degree weather.
Hey, Texas is what it is. We'll never get no snow, so.
Well, sometimes y'all do. Not often, but sometimes.
It's like the eclipse. It's like once every 25 years or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll say where I am. Like the hill country gets snow. It snowed in Dallas.
Yeah.
But like the lining of the Devil's Butt Crack, which is like Austin, San Antonio, Houston, we never get no snow. It's just hot for no reason.
Yeah, and then y'all do get the flooding and stuff too. Are y'all supposed to get any snow, Victor?
My part of Florida never gets any snow.
Really?
Maybe like Tallahassee or Jacksonville. Those two places might be the closest thing to getting snow. Cause my part, we never get any snow.
Oh, well, that's convenient. That's like super convenient. Interesting. Understood. So we're going to jump into our topic for today. We're going to talk about Black history, Black folks, and let's start with some reparations. How do we feel about reparations in 2025? Is it wise to keep holding on to the notion that we might ever see reparations? Do y'all think it's just a null and void, notion? How do we feel about it?
They not going. I mean, yeah, I feel like let me get that. We're not gonna get that though. We might as well let that go.
I agree.
We might as well just let it go.
I can agree to that.
I mean, I know they tell us to keep hope alive, but just let it go.
Yeah, I agree. Kaylin, what you think?
I feel like it's null and void given the current climate of things and how the presidential election went. They really don't like us. So, yeah, there's that.
Now, do you think that we will possibly see any reparations if the presidential election would have swung in a different direction?
Oh, absolutely not. Those two were not dependent or interchangeable. But I'm just saying it's ever more present now to just, you got to get it how you get it now.
Understood. I agree.
You got to make your own way, create your own reparations, because that's pretty much how you going to get it now.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Victor, what about you?
I agree with you, ladies. I really don't believe we're ever going to see reparations because the presidents, they don't sound like it. And then the politicians that are in place, they don't sound like they're for the people as well. They're all about their dollars. And for some reason, doing right by Black people has never been in this country's progression. They sell us on, oh, we'll do this, we'll do that. And we drink the Kool-Aid every time. But then come to find out, when it's time for them to do right by us, they never do right. So I'm not even surprised.
Yeah, I agree. Same.
Can we all agree that we just want to be left alone? You ain't got to give me nothing. You ain't got to give me $1. Just give me the opportunity to make the same dollar you can make. That's all. That's all I want.
And even that's a stretch, because let's just say for the sake of shits and giggles that we do get reparations, how do you measure what to give whom and how much to give whom?
That's true.
I feel like it's so complex that they don't care enough to figure out a system. And unfortunately, some of us African American, well, I'm not even gonna say African American, Black people are have the crab in the bucket mentality, and we be like, oh well, so and so got this, I should have got like it's that would be the perfect time to come together, but unfortunately, that's not exactly what we do.
You're right. I do feel like after COVID hit, when those stimulus checks hit, I think that was a good indication as to what Black people will do if we actually had any form of reparations.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, Trump, he bought so many black people with that little 1,200. He bought.
Man, so many black people I know of, they were talking about some, oh, I'm gonna vote for Trump because he gave us that 1,200. I'm like, y'all need to really do y'all homework because he wasn't trying to give us that
Listen,
1,200.
cheap. Come up, people, Kindred, my people. Can we stop being so cheap? Can we? We are not that easily bought. We cannot be that easily bought.
Clearly, we are.
apparently so. Like it
1,200.
makes no sense. And then, I mean, honestly though, but you got to take it back to social studies. At that point in time, when we were in a national crisis, like Trump doesn't hold the purse in order to be able to make that kind of decision. He just slapped his name on it.
There's that.
Pretty much.
Like, and people bought it, like they believed it without remembering their social studies lessons. Which, hey, I mean, I know it's probably been a while for quite a bit of folks as far as being in school. I get it. If y'all forgot, y'all just passed a little quiz and kept it pushing. But I mean, making these kind of decisions, it's important to keep up on some things. And yeah, a lot of people literally catered their vote to him because they believe that, that he had that because he slapped his name on it.
Absolutely.
Well, now they fucked around and they finna find
I
out.
know,
I
right?
swear.
They finna find out.
And then, that's not to say that we are not grateful for, our stimulus checks. That's not what we saying, America. That is not what we saying. That is not what we saying. But it's the people, it's those people, especially our people, our kindred people, that will say that $1,200 bought them or $2,400, however much money he blessed you with.
Yeah.
But can't tell you nothing else that he did for them or nothing else that he did. Period. That man put $1,200 in your pocket and you was just like, I'm sold.
Right. Yeah.
Spend it on lace fronts and hot wings.
I mean, not sold like that's no pun intended, but that I mean,
I know what
I
you
just
mean.
don't understand it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Tell me something else. I don't know. I don't get into the politics with people though. That's just my opinion. Y'all don't argue with me about that.
It can be a touchy subject, so yeah. I mean, I understand.
Oh yeah. Oh, people stand on. I mean, which believe in what you believe in. Go off about however you feel about what you passionate in. I ain't finna argue with you about no politics. You got it. That's your president.
I feel like everyone's allowed to have an opinion, but when it boils down to it's not an opinion but like ignorance because you're literally voting against your own best interests.
Yeah.
It's diabolical to me. Like
A little bit, yeah.
you are on Obamacare and you need it
Hello.
because you have pre-existing conditions and you just voted for the guy who's getting rid of it. Like,
you have an Obama phone.
the Republicans named it Obamacare, but it's the Affordable Care Act, and the fact that you voted against it and you need it because you a diabetic, you smoke 7 packs a day, and you can get health insurance otherwise, baby, you better start wheezing because you gonna need help.
Your chest gonna be tight.
Yes, your chest is gonna be tight. You need to be studying these natural remedies as well because there's a whole bunch of things that you can do to take care of your body that you necessarily don't need the pharmaceuticals for as well.
Baby, let's get into them herbs. I know that's right. They better do something
Listen,
else.
Why do you
yeah,
think they're trying to get rid of TikTok? They're trying so hard to get rid of TikTok because
Yep.
people on TikTok telling it all.
Exactly.
yeah, they are. They really are.
The ones in the suits and the ties that's getting paid for all of that stuff that they pumping in your body, they don't care about that stuff.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like big pharma and really just the healthcare system in general. Like every hospital benefits off of a person being sick, so of course
Mhm.
their course of action or their plan of care would be, in some kind of favor to like slap a band-aid on your symptoms and push you out the door. But a lot of times it's not going to always be like the root cause issue or a natural holistic fashion as far as to be able to get you to your healing, because I mean, why would they do that? They lose money off of that. They don't profit off of it.
Right, because I mean, case in point, read the side effects. Because goodness gracious, how many problems do I want? Like I just got a headache, but if I take this medicine, my toe gonna fall off, my shoulder gonna hurt. Like I just don't the side effects and stuff. Like, is this really medicine? Like, is it gonna help? No, it's gonna make something else worse.
Right.
Just don't understand.
Yeah, I agree. So what if there were an opportunity, if there was an opportunity for reparations to actually be a thing, what would be some acceptable form of reparation? What would you want, or what would you consider
Um,
acceptable? Oh hell. You laughing already.
what?
Go ahead. What is it?
I'm just saying, like, that they can break me off some, what's the joke? Everybody, the little 40 acres and the mule and all that. Nah, they can give me some money. Let me get some money. I need all the money. I need more money than I know what to do. I need like Bill Gates long money, and leave me alone. Or y'all get out there and do what we did. Let me get that whip.
Oh my god.
Hell no.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
No.
Let me get that.
But you know what? You do touch on something though. Like that is one of their fears. Is
Yes,
that
the power.
they'll be in that position if for some reason Black people rose to enough power that they would be put in that position.
Oh,
And the
and
crazy
that's,
thing is we could give less than a fuck. We don't care to do
I
that to
swear.
you.
But that's not literally speaking. That's, let me get the power. Like the same kind of power y'all got over everything. Let us get that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to take over. Like, and that's the thing that I feel like is missed. Ain't nobody ever said that Black people want to rule the world, run the world. We just want to be able to be here and be safe and be like, we just want to live regular
Mm-hmm. And
like
be
y'all said.
comfortable in our own skin. Yeah.
In this day and age, because now this was a topic in a class that I had taken many years ago. And somebody said, same topic that we're on now, that we're discussing now. Somebody said that if they if they did agree to, give, reparations and all of that, that our generation wouldn't be entitled to it because we didn't go through the things that our ancestors went through.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but if I had to choose my form of payment for reparations, I want white privilege. That's all I
thank
need.
you. The power, the whip.
I
Mhm.
Let
just
me get
want
that.
I just want white privilege. I don't care about the money. I mean, you could throw some land in there, but I just want white privilege. I want it to extend to my kids as well. You know what I mean? Like
That's a good one. That's a
I
good
just want to
a good ask.
I want to be able to feel safe in my community, my neighborhood. I don't have to worry about walking outside or my kids walking outside late at night being mistaken for whatever. Like, I want to be able to just walk in the store and people not assume that I'm going to steal. I'm not followed around or, I'm not a
Right.
sketchy character.
Profile.
I just want white
Mhm.
privilege.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yes. I definitely I definitely agree with that. I definitely want white privilege because it's like I want to be able to drive a nice car and not have a cop riding behind me as
Mm-hmm.
well and just assuming
Mm-hmm.
it's stolen. And also, I want to be able to get opportunities as well because, there are some jobs that they'll deny you just because you're black. There are some housing communities that they will find a way to deny you just because you're black. And also, if we're talking about economics as well, like say you own your own house, I've seen many instances where if you own your own house and you're black, the value goes down. But if you get a white person to sell it, they max out the value, which don't make any sense to me. And I've seen so many black homeowners sue for discrimination as well. And also, I want people to stop trying to gentrify the black areas to where the
Mm-hmm.
black people are. Let's fix it up for the black people, but don't try to jack up the price of everything to move them out. And then y'all could justify buying up the land and stuff and jacking the price because black people aren't here. Let's get them out of here. So, and also, I definitely want that 800 credit score for everything because it's like,
Clock
yeah, we
that.
have a high credit score, but of course, people will deny you just because you're black.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
There's that.
Right. I love that. I love that. And that's a fair ask. I think on top of that, I definitely could appreciate a good tax credit. Just let us be tax exempt for like the rest of our days. No taxes.
Yeah.
No
Like
taxes at all.
no taxes whatsoever. Like no
for
nothing.
real,
Uncle Sam don't need to take no more of my money. Let me have whatever I earn. Let me have it and keep it pushing.
I don't understand. I just don't understand. Country, y'all print this stuff. If y'all print this, start this printer up and start just go down the street and hand this stuff out. We paying pass this money out. I just don't understand.
man. I don't understand why they keep protecting their billionaire friends. That's why, because they stay cutting taxes for billionaires, but the working class, we still get hit hard with taxes. I'm like,
That's
if these billionaires will pay their fair share, we'd be all right. And quit
y'all.
giving all this money to Ukraine while you got places like LA about to burn down. Yeah, but y'all got all this money for Ukraine and stuff and
Right.
Israel.
If we stop paying taxes, they actually gonna have to do some work. They're gonna have to stand up and they might have to sweat a little bit and do some work. That's why we got to keep paying them taxes.
Literally. Literally.
But I think it's interesting. Now I haven't, dug into it, but this whole government assistance thing that's about to jump off, that's going to be heavy. And I know a lot of people that cast that vote did not think that that shit was going to happen. But if he do away with them food stamps, America, America, what we
You
gonna
think
eat?
her groceries is high now?
Grocery, yeah. Let me tell y'all something. Somebody that pay full price for groceries, they have. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why chicken? Chicken fake for real, but it's so high. Why y'all make this chicken fake and then jack the price up on it? Can we get the real chicken? Because this shit didn't cost that much.
For real. Chicken high, eggs high, everything high.
Everything is high.
But if you go
Lord.
across the country, you go overseas, the shit real, but it's cheaper.
I promise you.
Because that's what happens when you live in a capitalist society. They just want to make the money off of everything by any means necessary, and they don't give a damn about your health. So,
Not at
but you
all.
go to a place like Europe and all those other places,
That is true.
shit is more affordable, but it's real food.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want people to stop, people, specifically here in the States, to stop going to these other countries and bashing their food because you go over there and it tears your stomach up. That is real food that you're eating while you're over there. The food that you left,
Right. You're just not used to eating it.
right? The food that you left here,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because your body probably not used to that. It's probably you probably need to eat it because, and I guarantee if you tell somebody over there what's been going on, they will. I'm pretty sure they can guide you and direct you because one of my exes told me how they had a friend that lived in Turkey for like 3 months and they lost nearly 200 or 300 pounds. I'm like, damn.
Mm.
I mean, when you see those videos of those other countries, you don't see a whole lot of fat people.
Yeah. You know what? You know what? You just added something else to my Google search history. I wonder what obesity rates look like in other countries compared to the United States. We got to be the highest.
I think in Japan, it's crazy. They don't have any obese people, but most, like, all of their food is like fresh out the water, fresh off the market, like produce, all of that. they don't have the pesticides and stuff like that, but they also
Mm-hmm.
heavily believe in like walking everywhere. Like they're a very active country.
Yeah, and also they have it to where it's designed like that because most time your job and
Yeah.
all the markets and stuff are all within walking distance of where you live at,
Mhm.
compared to here where you gotta drive everywhere.
Right.
And meanwhile, we over here eating chicken nuggets and stuff.
And that's like see when sis went to excuse me, Saudi,
Mm-hmm.
and and she was telling us about like how they are as far as like their food, how much food they give you, like their portion sizes and stuff, how you can get like a
Yeah.
family meal for like $20, and even with their transportation, how they have like transportation services to transport people around because they don't want you driving tired or drunk, or other countries take stuff like that into consideration, stuff that we don't think of here. But y'all look at accident rates and stuff like that, the stuff that happens here that we listen to these politicians try to fix and tweak and all of this stuff. Meanwhile, they look down on these other countries, and those people might not have as much as we have here, but they didn't figure it living out. They fine, they happy with the stuff that they have, and they healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. And wouldn't come over here. Some won't.
Because and now clock this, because if you think that they not, look at your doctor. If not your doctor now, look at a doctor that you've had in the past. You've had a doctor from maybe a foreign country, or maybe you've known one, and that probably been the best doctor that you have had, because they know that they know different stuff over there. I learned holistic stuff from a doctor that a doctor from India. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, they definitely do. I personally don't like the way that they to speak on holistic care. I personally don't like the way that Western medicine is taught here in the state. I don't like the way it's taught because they literally train the doctors that we have to depend on how to take care of the symptoms to your problem and patch you up and then send you on your way. And, it's like I said before, that just kind of keeps the dollars circulating around through the hospital and keeps, the patients in rotation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like what Victor said, we're in a capitalistic nation to where like everything boils down back down to a dollar. They're not going to improve the food because they also benefit off you being sick. If you get sick, you go to the doctor. You go to the doctor, you get another prescription, and it's almost like a merry-go-round, and it just keeps going in the same circle. So yeah, like it's all about that green, all about that dollar,
It
Lord.
is all about that dollar. And also another thing I will say, the reason I don't appreciate doctors, why us sometimes us black men don't really trust doctors, because doctors have been studied. They also studied to say, oh, black people can handle more pain or whatever. And like, say if you have something compared to a white person, we're not gonna get treated the same. We're gonna get treated worse than if anything.
Yeah,
Unless of course we go to a black doctor.
yeah, right. That'd be the thing.
because you look at cases like Serena Williams, when she gave birth, and she was saying that she had to tell her doctor like, look, something is wrong, and come to find out something really was wrong. Like she could have died.
Yeah,
And take it a step further, I had a classmate, God rest her soul, same exact situation as the Serena Williams incident. She didn't make it out of that. So, and she probably, in the same capacity, she knew she had kids before on giving birth. She didn't make it out of that. And she probably knew and tried to say something to the doctor, but they always think like we don't know because we're not the professionals. Even the professionals miss it sometimes. So, yeah, that doctor office is scary, y'all.
a little bit, but that's all we got. So I mean, well, as black people, we gonna make do with whatever we got anyway.
We ain't got no choice. I mean, the opinions are appreciated.
Right.
The opinions are. Tell me what's wrong. Yes, yes, doc. Please tell me what's wrong.
Listen, tell me what's wrong, and I'm just gonna. I'm to the point with you can tell me what's wrong, and I'm just gonna go home and go Google it or try to come up with natural remedies and stuff. Because
I'm gonna try to fix it. If I can't fix it, I'm gonna call you.
Or I'm gonna ask some elders something. Yeah.
the stuff you give me, stuff you telling me to do, it's only gonna make it worse. You only tell me that to make it worse, so I come back. So
Either that
no.
or it's gonna fix that, but then now I got something else wrong because the side effects then raised up my blood pressure, or now I feel dizzy or something else because I didn't take this medication. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
I will trust. Matter of fact, give me grandma's recipe. Give me that hot tie. Y'all, give me that whiskey. Give me that castor oil. Shout out to give me that castor oil. Shout out to DJ. Y'all know. Give me grandma's recipe before you give me any of that stuff. Y'all, what was y'all Big Mama? Y'all know Big Mama has some stuff in that medicine cabinet that'll knock pneumonia out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She ain't
Yeah.
never know nothing about no pneumonia. What do y'all think our ancestors would say right now if they knew about like all these drugs and stuff that we was taking? Like they knew we got the Midol for the cramps and the Excedrin for the headaches and all of that when they was in there putting onions under their feet and rubbing Vicks on their chest
Listen,
and thugging
They'll
it
probably
out.
smack all them pills at your damn hand.
I swear.
honestly, I don't think our same as us. Like we'll, even though we will take it, and obviously it's on the market, so it's selling. But yeah, if our ancestors was to like literally come back present day, they definitely wouldn't be taking all those pills. They would know. I feel like they would know exactly what to do
Mm-hmm.
when any little thing comes up. You cough, you sneeze, they'll know exactly what to do and how to fix it with something natural. And we just seem to, like, over time, we just seem to kind of have gotten away from it and kind of migrated into this like microwave, era where we want it instant and fast and just pop the pill and be done with it, instead of taking the time to learn what will come from the earth that can, give me the same result without me having to pay for my copay. Like,
Gone are those days where grandma just tell you, go get that black bottle with the white top at the medicine cabinet.
wait a minute.
And you pick that bottle up and that bottle be sticky as hell. And you don't even know what's in there, but you know it's nasty and you got to take it. And tomorrow, you're going to be a whole different person tomorrow. That shit going to bring you back to life. And you don't even know what that is. She mixed that shit up in the kitchen. Now they over there in the lab cooking up some stuff and they're gonna put it in that bottle. They're gonna charge you $500 for it and you're gonna be coughing still next week.
Listen, yeah. I do think as Black women, though, it is our responsibility to carry on those type of teachings that we've learned. But
Absolutely.
I feel like culturally, it's going to be lost and put to the wayside on some families. It just is. So,
Yeah. You gotta pass some of that stuff, you just gotta pass them secrets down. Like some stuff shouldn't get lost.
yeah, understood.
Yeah, some stuff shouldn't be lost because some black folk ain't really down with the movement, and they're okay with it. They're blind to and oblivious to things.
Right. This is true.
Do y'all think that black culture is changing?
Absolutely. All the time. It has evolved so much over the years.
I mean, like good or bad? Like which direction are we moving in currently, do y'all think?
I think bad.
Hmm.
Because you got like a lot of entitled black people who just, don't really go hard anymore.
That's true.
I can see that, yeah. Like the level of entitlement is definitely at an all-time high. It's I don't know when we became so audacious. We really be having the
I was just about to say that. I was literally just about to say we are an audacious group of people.
like sometimes we just be like the nerve of you to the nerve of you. Like sometimes we just take it there, and I'll be like, Lord, my people, my people. Oh my God.
And then a lot of times you see like the audaciousness when somebody is trying to better themselves, rise in the ranks of whatever it is that they choose to do,
Mhm.
and they get upset about it. Like, how dare you want better for yourself? And bring us with you. But it's like, I can put you on too, and you could work your way. Because I feel like everybody has their own journey. You get to where you're going. But why should I be faulted because I have passion, determination, perseverance?
Mhm.
And why do I have to drag you along with me? Like,
So where do you think that comes from? Like where do you think that comes from? That black people being audacious in that capacity.
Is it not the?
Like, how did we get here?
I mean,
I don't know.
is that not them thinking that? I don't know. Maybe this the reparations talk. Like, yeah, I deserve to be doing whatever the fuck I want to right now because of what y'all did back in the day. Maybe.
It's people doing shit and not getting punched in the mouth for it and not being held accountable for
I
it.
agree.
Pretty much.
I agree.
Not
I
being
agree.
accountable.
And I talk to T about this all the time. It's the elder generation. We
Mhm.
had to grow up with them saying crazy stuff when we were children. But now that we're grown, we don't have the same.
Mm-mm.
You ain't finna just say whatever you want
No.
to say to me now because I'm grown. I will.
Yeah.
We can get active because the level of disrespect when I was growing up was cool. We couldn't really say anything because we were supposed to be seen and not heard. But now,
At our big age.
Ooh, can we talk about how that translates with
like,
family?
and they feel a way about it. Like, oh, you're disrespectful. I'm still your. I don't care who you are. Like,
Right.
Listen, there's a reason I haven't seen some of my family members in years because I'm like, yeah, they might be an elder, but I'm not about to take no disrespect. No, you're not about to come at me sideways when I'm out here grinding, making a way for myself, and you're not helping. No, you're not about to come at me sideways and come for me disrespectfully. No, because I will get disrespectful, because
Right.
I endured that crap when I was younger.
yeah,
But now I don't have to. I'm not going to.
Exactly. I definitely think that.
That is a thing in our culture where the elder community, they feel like they don't have to respect adult children because they're older than them, and that is sickening to me sometimes because I'm grown too. You might be a
You
little
know
bit
what
growner.
I think that part comes from? I think it's that notion that they always still see us as children because we are younger. It is something about them at their big age that anyone that is, younger, they equate being younger as being less
To
than.
be in the chat.
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
put your glasses on because at my big age, I'm gonna cuss you back out.
Because my age big too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Put your glasses on because at my big age, I'm gonna cuss you back.
My age is big, and your money is not paying my bills.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, listen, because watch your mouth
But
now.
I think it goes deeper than that because it's the other elders that enable that behavior.
Yeah.
And instead of correcting them, we're the problem.
Right. I agree. And then I do think part of it too is
Like, oh, you know better. Like, you know how so and so is. Maybe so and so need to get cussed out and she'll stop being disrespectful.
listen.
Because we got a few family members that need to get a good cussing out.
Uh-oh.
A good punch in the face, like Victor said.
A
Yes.
good punch in the face. Slap him to sleep.
Because the audacity and the stuff that just fly out their mouth, and I'm looking around the room like I can't be the only one who heard this.
To be sure.
I can't be the only one that feel like she needs to be punched in the throat.
Honey, listen. Okay. And so, you know what? I have to also call out the Black church. I do feel like that has played a factor in our childhood, and it does still to the present day in our adult lives. As far as I think the Black church, along with the Black culture, has evolved as well. But I do think like the elders that were at the church, same thing. Like you still getting that same kind of vibe from some of the elders, Sister So and so being like crazy, rude, and disrespectful. But just because we in the house of the Lord, that don't mean you could talk to me any old kind of way.
Oh, them elders in church, they don't know. That's what drive our generation right there. Them elders in the church right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they be like the main ones and still leading off with the same stuff that they were taught, but still leading off with teaching with shame because you
Was shamed.
Yeah, because you were shamed and you haven't figured out that you're causing more damage than you actually are helping. Like, you can't teach without shame. You can't teach without belittlement. You can't teach without guilt. Then you're not a good teacher. Just go have a seat. We don't need that.
That teaching with shame, that's a big thing in our community too. We
Yeah,
For real.
it really is.
huge,
It
huge.
really, really is. Lord.
And it be the teachers that they secrets. They trifling.
I swear.
And you
Exactly.
looking at them like, I know you not.
The hypocrisy of do what I say, not what I do.
I know you not finna. I know not.
Listen.
Right.
You know what they say about, that I've heard this on different podcasts. I've heard, like, they say a hoe's final stage is the religious one. That should tell you something right there, because I know a lot of them, they be some hoes in the church, but they be on Sunday preaching different certain things and talking about different certain things, but everybody in the damn ministries, they be some hoes.
You done laid on that wig last night and wore it in this church house on Sunday morning.
We know you left Pastor so-and-so house, or we know you left Sister so-and-so house.
And we know you going in the office after the service. We know where you finna go.
Everybody in the church knows the pastor's mistress and the wife sitting on the front row. Everybody knows.
And them his cheering too.
Man, what's funny is I remember a pastor getting outed on the radio, and I'm like, I heard about it. I'm in Tampa, and there was a pastor in Tallahassee. I knew who the pastor was, and I'm hearing about it in Tampa. I'm like, God damn, you must have been on a rampage if it got out that quick. and see, it was out on the radio, and then I'm like, wow. So you can't get away with nothing now. Social media will tell on your ass.
Yeah.
Telling. I was in the church and the pastor stood up and announced that his daughter was pregnant and didn't know that his second hand in the congregation was the daddy.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my last day.
It be like that. I think
if that pastor was a real one, he should have been bringing up them hands to that man.
That part.
That was my last day. I said, it's a lot going on in here.
It was a little too conflicting. Ooh.
The Lord is not pleased. I'm going home.
No.
That's why a lot of us watch church at home.
Yeah.
Because if we want to be shamed and judged, at least let me be humiliated in the confines of my home.
For real.
Baby, because I don't sign up for, how I feel about public humiliation. Baby, no.
I swear. At least will give me the option to not hear it. Let me cut this TV off. I don't know what they're talking about.
Let me turn this off because you ain't talking to me.
And I do think that our elders miss that because we don't have, it's hard to find a church like grandma church. They've been in there forever. It's hard to find a church like that. Like you have a following with those people. Like you listen to those people. You'll go in here and you'll walk in the church and you'll get a vibe from somebody, or you'll get a vibe. You be like, yeah, I ain't supposed to be in here. And that happens a lot now. People y'all seen that man that got up there and told his whole church that the Lord told him that he needed them to give him $50,000 or something like that. I was like, what? Man,
and I really stopped being done with the church when there was a pastor that told the church God needs him to get him a private jet, and the church funded it. I'm like, have y'all lost your mind?
No.
And got members in the church that ain't even got no car. They on the metro. Baby, look.
Church ain't even got no van.
They riding the bus. Meanwhile, you talking about you need a private jet. Hell no.
And ain't going no damn where. Ain't going nowhere.
I heard of a church that I think this was in, I want to say this was in Africa. I don't think this was in the States, but man, Buddy was in there. That pastor was in there telling people that he had the holy juice or something.
Baby, wasn't he nutting on the women's face or something like that?
Yeah, like what?
Like using his semen as, baby, I saw that. I said, oh, y'all all going to hell.
On the face in the church is crazy work.
Why these women allow that? I don't know.
Because they stupid.
Was it on the face or was it in a cup? I don't know. I don't remember. But I definitely know it was definitely his jizz. His splooge was being given to these people.
Not splooge. Consume. That is a cult. That is a cult. Now, that
was, Lord.
How do y'all feel about those cults?
I think the biggest one for me recently, and T, we talked about this, how he got up in front of his church and said that you should not be given to the poor. You should give to the church.
Fuck that. I'm giving to the poor. At least I least the poor can do something with it. The church, I'm like,
I said, I know you didn't.
y'all have all this money and stuff, but yet people be in need, but y'all don't want to help
This
them.
is why Kaylin, this is exactly why Grandma taught us to pick up that book and read the Bible for ourselves. Because what the hell, you cannot tell me as a Christian not to give to the church. This is why I read the book for myself. Jesus came down here himself to advocate for the poor.
Yep.
What? And you telling me not to give to him, to give to someone who is already well off? Child, bye, man.
The scriptures say when you honor and help the poor, you honor him.
Now, see, me.
That's what the Bible say.
Me going back to church, me like actually physically going back to church, baby, you just prepare to be sick of me, because
you got questions.
I'm gonna give you hell. I'm gonna give you hell. I'm bringing hell right to your door. It's gonna feel like hell to you, but I swear I'm bringing all the smoke to your
You
to your
can't take that
pulpit.
in the church. You can't take that in the church. You
Okay.
can't take hell. You can't bring hell to church.
Oh, it's gonna feel like hell to them.
Girl, it's already hell. I'm surprised some people ain't internally combusted when they walked in.
It's gonna feel like hell to them, because I'm definitely coming in there with the questions. We're gonna have some conversations. Yeah, say anything stupid. But I do feel like that part of the reason why the church is the way it is now, because you're gonna always have false prophets. That's always been a thing. But I do feel like part of the reason why the church is the way it is now is because the congregation is not holding their leaders accountable for the things that they are doing.
Oh,
it is our responsibility as a congregation to also hold them accountable. Yes, we are to listen to these leaders for giving us the word that God has blessed them with.
But
when it comes to their fleshly human stuff, somebody needs to be checking so and so about something. Check that offering plate. Check that pastor. Make sure that little hoe in the back sit down and she don't get too rowdy. You come in here for a blessing, not spread your legs.
Not little hole in the back. Jesus, help it.
I think one of the biggest things that changed in church is that people don't go to church because of their faith anymore necessarily. A lot of people, you'll find a lot of people that go to church just because they feel like it's the right thing to do.
Oh no. Well, I mean, yeah, but I feel like
no, that's subjective, because some people go because they need spiritual help.
Yeah, but some people go to be messy. A lot of people go to be messy.
Too. Yeah.
And I say that because I meet a lot of people. I say that because of my work environment. So I meet a lot of people. I work amongst a lot of people, y'all. I work in a factory, so it's a lot of people in there. And of course, there are a significant amount of people in there that are actively in the church. But those same people that are actively in the church, like you talk to them, about it, and it's just like, oh yeah, like, I don't know, they be living real foul outside of that church. And I think it's just like they only going because they feel like it's the right thing to do.
Some people do, but that's definitely not the and most people do, or I should say a lot of people do, but that's definitely not the only reason that
I don't know. I just don't see a lot of people that really have like faith in let me say it like that.
Yeah, because we grew up thinking that we would go to hell if we didn't go to church. So I can see where you're going.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, like if we didn't go to church, we was going to hell. But as we got older and realized the church is just
his hell itself.
Yeah, right. Just a vessel. Like you need to have your own personal relationship with God. That's what's gonna get you to heaven, not a physical building. Because even now I feel like a lot of pastors, they're so out of touch and out of tune with God that they just getting up there making shit up that they feel like needs to be said. And they're using it under the guise of God said, God led me. No, the hell he didn't. You ain't heard that nigga's voice in 20 years. So
they didn't chat GPT the sermon and they up there trying to tell
you ain't heard that nigga's voice in 20 years and you trying to tell me that.
For real. They done chat GPT the sermon and they done figured out how to make it sound good to where you more willing to give that $1, and they encourage you to be like, give that $100, give that $100, or I'm like, I look at some people like they stupid if they give $100 nowadays. And as an adult now,
Yeah.
like my mom back in there, I'm like, she was good to give that $100 if she had it. But I'm like, nowadays, I'm like,
That 10%.
Listen.
I don't care if it's 10%. No, what are you doing with the money? Is my question. Now, if it was a church that I could see them,
Because you sure not helping your members. You're not helping your
if I
congregation.
could see what they were doing and see that they're actively doing stuff in the community, I'm like, okay, then I'll be more comfortable give you my money. But even then,
Right.
you ain't getting that whole 10%. You might get $1 or two, but shit's up out
Right.
here.
Y'all,
I'm not giving no money to a church where the pastor rolls up in a Benz or some crap. Nah, bro. Nah. You cannot have my coins.
Baby,
And
I'm not paying my tithes, and there's members in the church that they lights off. They ain't got no food, no groceries, and you can't buy them food or go. I'm not doing it.
exactly. Not
I'll
doing
have that
that either.
conversation with Jesus when I get up there. But he know my heart, because that's not right. Like, why are you
Right.
asking people to give their last if you're not willing to give them? You always and I guess what I hate the most about the church is, yes, there's absolutely nothing wrong with prayer, but sometimes you need a little assistance with prayer.
Yeah.
So prayer, I can't take prayer to the bill, like to the my light company, and say, take this prayer and get my light to
pray
come
these
back
lights
on.
on.
Right. No, like, just like they tell us to pray on it, God gonna move, God gonna do. That it people don't realize that the extra assistance is God helping and God moving in your direction to get stuff done. Because
Right.
if we told them, well, y'all pray, y'all want a private jet, y'all pray on it, see what the Lord gonna do for you. I'm gonna them same hopes and prayers. I'm gonna send it right back to you.
Man, listen. We could go all day talking about the church. Lord. Goodness.
Oh, now I've recently seen a story where a pastor made a young lady stand up in front of the congregation and apologize for being pregnant.
Oh, I seen that on TikTok. They shamed
What?
her. Yes.
Yeah, they
Yes.
shaded her.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
I think she was like, yeah, she was a teenager, right?
Yeah, like 16, 17, I think. Yep, for being
Yeah.
pregnant out of wedlock and being a pregnant teen or something. Yeah.
Yes.
And now see
I
when
was,
she gets good and grown, they gonna wonder why she don't go to church. It be,
oh no,
Lord.
she has spoken out now because that thing went viral. Like she has spoken out. She said something, she's speaking on it, but still, I'm like, the audacity of you to call me out. And see that now that's another thing in the church that I do not like. All that if you're a
Where
guest,
were the parents?
I don't know. All that if you're a
Sorry, I
guest
didn't
stand
mean.
up thing, I don't why do I need to stand up?
Oh my God. Where were the
Yeah. I also seen where this man went to that same church and was asking to talk to the preacher because he was wrong for humiliating that girl in front of the congregation.
Yeah, he went up there. I think he was the first one. And then, like after that, it was like people just started.
man?
And I mean, he released a statement, which what can you say? Like you really made her do that. Like, and people recorded it too.
Not
So,
my child. Absolutely not my child. Listen.
girl, what church over?
Baby, there would have been no more church.
Not my
Church
child.
is
Not up
over.
in here. Absolutely
We're
not.
going to another church.
After we tear this one up, because soon as you say my baby name,
Baby, because I would have aired it all out.
Lord, we're gonna have to talk about it when I make it to the other side.
All the deacon secrets would have been out. I
No.
would have told it all. I would have told it all.
Listen. What?
There would have been no church having no more.
Oh
None at
my
all.
God. Goodness.
The whole church would have been on the sick and shut in list.
Girl, what?
The
It
entire
would have been a
church.
for sale sign outside before the last car left the parking lot. Yeah, we finna give this
Oh
up.
my Lord. That is so humiliating. That is, oh my God. And her
Mm-hmm.
parents.
But
Like
just
what?
imagine how often that happens and it's not recorded.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not like it
Right.
happens all the time. I don't
That
know
part.
what it is about us feeling, because we all make mistakes. So shaming her is helping her learn what lesson.
None
Exactly.
at
I
all.
don't understand. I really, really don't understand. Oh goodness gracious. Well, yeah, y'all have definitely given some very, very insightful perspectives. We've covered a wide range of things. So, Victor, Liquor,
Yes.
liquor talk. Tell us about liquor talk. How did you get started with podcasting?
I got started with podcasting a little like some years ago. I think it was about like 8 or 9 years ago I got started. It was something I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
This was before the pandemic and stuff. So once I got started with it and I started recording because I wanted to do something to use my voice,
Mm-hmm.
the conversations just kept jumping off. And once I learned how to, have conversations outside of where I'm at, I just learned how to keep it going. So that's
Yeah.
how I got started, and that's how I've kept it going.
Dope. Love it. Oh yeah. Of course you are our fellow brother Sagittarius. How was your birthday?
It was fine. I didn't really do much.
And just another spin around the world.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like I know people, but I don't know enough people to be like, "Hey, let's plan something." I wish I did, but it's coming.
I know that's right. I love it. I love it. Well, go ahead and drop your social media so the folks will know where to find you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at Liquor Talk Podcast on Instagram, Real V Jones on Threads, and also Instagram as well. And Twitter is Real V Jones as well. So, and Liquor Talk, the podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts at.
Nice. Love it. Love it. We'll definitely be tuning in and checking you out and stuff. And of course, it is your first time with us, but don't let it be your last.
Hey, that goes for y'all too, by the way. Right now, I'm closing in on the season finale. I definitely link back up with y'all to probably around like for season 8 as well. So,
Okay, cool.
Oh,
We're
yes, I
open.
love
Of
that.
course. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, until next time, you guys, you've been listening to the Kindred Kinfolk podcast, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.